ఆధ్యాత్మికత వైపు దృష్టి సారించడం సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉద్యోగుల పాలిట సరికొత్త విరామం. పూర్తి వివరాలకు చదవండి రేపటి సాక్షి దినపత్రిక.
అమెరికాలోని న్యూ జెర్సీలో వేద యజ్ఞ కార్యక్రమం వైభవంగా జరిగింది. నార్త్ అమెరికన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ విహాంగ యోగా ఆధ్వర్యంలో 101 కుండియ వేద యజ్ఞం యోగ సాధన కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించారు. ప్రవాసులు భారీ సంఖ్యలో పాల్గొని ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని గ్రాండ్ సక్సెస్ చేశారు.
అమెరికాలోని న్యూజెర్సీలో వేదయజ్ఞం వైభవంగా జరిగింది. విహంగం యోగా ఆధ్వర్యంలో 101 కుండియ వేదయజ్ఞ యోగా సాధన కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించారు. సద్గురు స్వతంత్రదేవ్జీ మహారాజ్ సంత్ శ్రీ నామ్దేవ్జీ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఈ కార్యక్రమం దిగ్విజయంగా సాగింది. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ప్రవాసులు భారీ సంఖ్యలో పాల్గొన్నారు. ఈ సందర్భంగా నిర్వహించిన పలు కార్యక్రమాలు ఆకట్టుకున్నాయి. సద్గురు స్వతంత్రదేవ్జీ మహారాజ్ అద్భుత ప్రసంగం చేశారు. ప్రశాంతమైన జీవితానికి సులువైన మార్గాలను బోధించారు. విహంగం యోగా గురించి సంత్ శ్రీ నామ్దేవ్జీ వివరించారు. ప్రతి ఒక్కరిలోనూ మానసిక ప్రశాంతత పెంచేందుకు యోగా దోహదపడుతుంది అన్నారు. అలాగే ఈ కార్యక్రమం గురించి వివరించారు. చిన్నారుల నుంచి పెద్దల వరకు యోగా మరియు ధ్యాన సెషన్లలో పాల్గొన్నారు. విశ్వశాంతి కోసం ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించినట్లుగా నిర్వాహకులు పేర్కొన్నారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహించడం పట్ల పలువురు ఆనందం వ్యక్తం చేశారు. ఇక యోగా సాధన వల్ల కలిగే ప్రయోజనాలను అందరికీ వివరించారు.
ఈరోజు సంత్ శ్రీ నామ్దేవ్జీ విహంగం యోగా అనే ఒక ఆధ్యాత్మిక సంస్థ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఫౌండేషన్ చైర్మన్గా ఆయన వ్యవహరిస్తున్నారు. దీనికి సంబంధించిన అనేక విషయాలు ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ న్యూజెర్సీలో ఒక కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహిస్తూ దానికి సంబంధించిన అనేక విషయాలు మనతో ఈరోజు పంచుకోవడానికి ఆయన అందుబాటులో ఉన్నారు. ఆయన మాటలో మరిన్ని విశేషాలు మనం తెలుసుకునే ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. హలో జీ, నమస్కార్. కెన్ యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ అబౌట్ దిస్ విహంగం యోగా? వాట్ ఈస్ విహంగం యోగా?
Vihangam Yoga is the science of consciousness, and when we talk about consciousness, it means that we are not just this human body. There is something way beyond this physical aspect of human body. So as we progress towards understanding in-depth knowledge of our own self, it means that our own being, who we actually are, and we do know that we are not this body, we are not this mind, we are none of anything that we go through in life. We are way beyond it. So Vihangam Yoga is about realizing this self. It is experiential knowledge, first of all. Vihangam Yoga is a experiential knowledge. So whatever you read in books, whatever you go through in terms of kind of chanting, if you engage yourself into reading a lot of scriptures or doing a method of sadhana, all has to be experiential. If it's only about acquiring knowledge, that's one aspect of it. But that knowledge, if that knowledge does not translate into experiencing what you have learned, what you have read, it has almost no meaning. Okay. Right? Yeah. So Vihangam Yoga is a step-by-step process wherein whatever you read in the scriptures as how you can actually elevate yourself to that level of consciousness, leaving aside the prakriti, the moorings of the prakriti, and as we find ourselves into the horizon, wherein we do know that none of the organs, like the physical aspect I'm talking about, cannot help us reach to that level. It's only going beyond them we are able to see the light we are. So Vihangam Yoga is about reaching, taking ourselves to that level through sadhana, through the mechanism called human body. So this body can be used to realize the potential that we are. But to say that we have to realize this body is actually the confinement of yoga, confinement of the spiritual spectrum. So to speak, it is all about making one realize that whatever we seek as far as the knowledge is concerned, the internal knowledge is concerned, if all that cannot be experienced, if all that we read and talk and hear about cannot be experienced, is just confined to the understanding of the intellect, confined to the understanding of the senses. which we can feel and very peripherally. But if we go in depth, you see that is only the profoundness of the experience that we are able to feel. We can access to have that profoundness at all times. Only if we are attentive enough. Only if we leave aside this very encapturing senses. So only if these are put aside, we are able to realize the self we are.
Like what it significantly Vedic norms it shows.
There are 5 stages of Vihangam Yoga. The first one actually begins with understanding your own mind. Like, we have the thoughts, and these thoughts are there at all times, but most of them are repetitive. Most of your thoughts that you had yesterday, almost you are having today as well, and most probably you will have it tomorrow. There is a need to have your thoughts filtered, or at least come to the awareness. You shall be able to come into the awareness of the thoughts, and it should happen naturally. If you are becoming very conscious of it spontaneously, that's good. But at least begin with knowing that, you just cannot go with the way you have been. Because if you are not conscious of what is happening, you will not make any change. You will not make an effort to make a change. So what is important here is to begin to realize that there is a specific need to stop ourselves, and that disruption is very important. Let me use this word disruption, because that disruption that brings about the change in you. I mean, it creates the space for you to be able to navigate your path more consciously. So it begins with the mind, and the mind in fact has this unfettered thoughts and desires and all of that. So it is about optimizing the power of the mind, to be honest with you. So in fact the power of the concentration and attentiveness is actually is drained away by the fleeting moments of finding pleasure, fleeting moments of going to the point XYZ, and not being able to appreciate what this present moment holds and how precious this present moment could be. So once you are able to realize how powerful and empowering this present profoundness that you can have access at all times, if you could only tap into that possibility, there would be a significant change in your life. So Vihangam Yoga, first stage of Vihangam Yoga talks about the same.
And finally, how is the response in US about this Vihangam Yoga and what they are understanding and what they are learning from this?
I think you can just zoom in your camera here. You can see the number of people who have come here, and I think it is the interest. The interest has been piqued by the benefit people have drawn out of meditation. So I would say the test of pudding is into eating, right? As long as you talk about the pudding itself, how delicious it is, you may not know the actual taste of it. So those people who have derived the benefit out of doing meditation, they are the ones who have got so many of them out today. You can see, if your cameraman can pan around here, you can see there's so many of them have come around today just to actually seek, just to be able to seek what there is in Vihangam Yoga, to know and do, so that they can benefit as others have.
And how you take it as a president to the next level, and what do you feel to serve this good cause?
Well, the only way you can serve other people is by elevating yourself. So I personally cannot say, no, I want to serve you. Before I serve anyone else, I need to first serve myself. It's very important to realize. So, to give a very quite good presentation, you can say, I'm here to serve you and all that. That's true. We all want to serve others. But I would like to ask all of you out here who are watching this, can you help anyone? In those areas where you seek help yourself first. This is my question to you. You can only help others once you have elevated yourself above the problem that you are trying people to help with. So the only way you can help the others is by elevating yourself to a point where you are beyond the problem which the mass are facing. So are you so elevated enough? That's the question. So it is kind of, if you get into meditation, you are into realization of the self.
Vihangam Yoga is the science of consciousness. It has 5 levels. And even by the very first level of this yogic technique, you fight negativity. Your emotions are more in your control. And as we see in depression, how do we define depression? And as we all know that anxiety and depression are the most common cause of mental illness across the globe. Recent data would be 1 in 10 or 1,000 million people across the globe are suffering from depression. And what is it? It is sense of loneliness, frustration, hopelessness, helplessness, emptiness. And how these come from? The APA talks about it in terms of a biopsychosocial model and has also added the spiritual component. So you can see the importance of spirituality when we talk about our mood, our emotions. And when we talk about spirituality, coming back to Vihangam Yoga stage 1, it has been shown to be very effective merely by 10 minutes of this meditation technique twice a day to fight the negative emotion, develop calmness, compassion, and all those thoughts that make us depressed. It is more of our mind. So the scattered mind, the wavering thoughts in our brain is a reason for our feeling of low, negativity, and inability to focus, concentrate, as well as those repetitive thinkings which we call or will end up into OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. The very first stage of Vihangam Yoga fights all these feelings, emotions, repetition of thoughts, it brings the calmness in you, make you more compassionate and in sync with the real you as a human being, as a person who is on this earth.
See, in today's world, everyone is looking for the peace. If you see around the world, anywhere, the war is going on, people are in not a restful mode. They are looking for the peace. How would they get it? We require something in our life which can make us balanced. The peace starts from here, the mind itself. If the mind is not controlled, it is uncontrolled, then the peace is not going to happen anywhere. And that's why I think Vihangam Yoga can bring its footprints to provide that facility and platform to every single human being to learn something which can make them enable to have a balanced mind, which will automatically create the harmony and the peace within themselves, to the society, to the country, and to the whole world.
My name is Rashmi and I am from Virginia. Vihangam Yoga. So I learned from Vihangam Yoga is how to balance our life. Like there are 5 paramounts of the life, like a spirituality, like personal, career, family, and how to be balanced. So how to be being a conscious level like in the real world. So I learned and I am still learning from this spirituality and how to balance our life. So this is the great thing so everybody can do the meditation. It gives me the power and the energy which everybody was stressed out, and it gives me the peace of mind which is very necessary in this today's era.
My name is Rekha Gupta and I'm from Edison, New Jersey. It's my greatest pleasure to introduce myself as the member of Vihangam Yoga organization. I have been connected to Vihangam Yoga from past 18 years and it has been tremendously, supported me to balance my life with home life as well as the work life. It brings a lot of positivity within us. The situations comes in front of us, whether be not positive or negative. But, balancing the life becomes very challenging. But here, the Vihangam Yoga meditation helps us a lot to be, free from any kind of stress and how we could balance our life in a very proper manner. So I'm very thankful and namaste.
My name is Shivani, and as she said, I've been in Vihangam Yoga since I was a child. I guess I'll just start then. I remember as like a younger kid, younger than her. I used to be angry all the time. A few times, if anyone says anything, I might get angry at something, or if someone did something, I might get really angry. But then after my dad taught me meditation, I started to like calm down a lot more. And my dad said it himself that I would actually stay calmer for a lot more time, and I wouldn't get angry for long periods of time. And so this made me realize that I feel like nowadays I can observe more, like I guess stay quiet or just focus a lot more on what's happening around me without zoning out all the time or becoming angry or frustrated about anything. So I guess it helped me with my anger issues in one word.
Similar to Shivani Didi, I had problems where I would always think about myself and be ignorant to other people around me. But after I learned Vihangam Yoga's meditation, it helped me calm down more and actually think about what the people in front of me are thinking. If you if you ask my parents, then they'd say that before when I was like 5, I'd always be frustrated and angry, and I wouldn't listen to anyone. But now I'm calmer, more mature, and more straight, basically. I'm not much of a fuss as I was before.
Hello, my name is Sanat Kumar Gupta. As a child, as a third grader, I was just a normal kid, tried to get just normal friends and live a normal life. But I was kind of not really good academically, and I wasn't really a good focuser, and I always used to deviate. So when I was in fourth grade, I really liked this thing where you do meditation in the early morning for benefits. So I did it every single day, 4 o'clock, and that actually changed me in fourth grade. My academic skills were way better. Like I was able to compute like mentally math very well. I was even able to start doing multiplication mentally because my focus was so good. Even my pattern recognition was also very excellent. Like now I could have, like last time I can't count seconds, but now currently I can count seconds with a 10 millisecond margin of error. Sometimes I get it actually correct. So Vihangam Yoga is really special like that.
My name is Dr. Sanjeev Gupta. My wife
Kavita Gupta.
So we both came to United States 1985 as a student, and I am a pharmaceutical scientist. Got my education in US, and then worked in the pharma industry for almost 40 years. I started a company in 2010, Kashi Pharma. Now 2016 started Sanka Pharmaceuticals as a founder. It's a biotech company located right here in central New Jersey, in a township, Washington Township, which is in Morris County. We are very privileged that we were able to, and we had the opportunity to host an event for Vihangam Yoga, which was founded in 1924 in India. And in India, there are 250 to 300 centers, meditation centers. The first international meditation center and education center is starting. It's already just started the building of it in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. This is the first international center we are building at a very large scale, which will be comprised of Swarved meditation center, which is, we call it also Mandir, Swarved Mandir. We'll have a Gurukul, we have Acharya Nivas, we have Atithi guest house, etc. So we are very excited to host this event, and Swamiji Swatantra Devji Maharaj is here with us today, and Sant Namdevji Maharaj. Both are here. They have done the Amritwani. Also, now we're going to start the Havan Karyakram, where we do the Mahayagya. We have close to 250 people attended the session. We live here in Morris County in Chester, New Jersey. And thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to express our gratitude and thanks to the community who is supporting us to do this big event.
I'm very fortunate to have Swamiji and Namdevji here for the Vihangam Yoga. We got to know about Vihangam Yoga last year in the ashram puja. They did a bhumi puja, so that's our exposure, and we loved it. We went to India, we lived in ashram, we met Swamiji, and we had a great experience. We learned how to do sadhana and meditation, which we are doing it, and we had a very positive experience, which is very personal. We decided to do this, and I'm very fortunate. We feel Swamiji said yes, and to come to our house and do this yagna for us. So thank you so much.